A few weeks ago, I watched a YouTube video in which a guy told me that you should read a charisma book. And as soon as the guy told this, I was like, nah, I must buy it. And within 10 minutes, I had the book bought. And I have it right now, and I am halfway through. As soon as the thought of buying this book came, I just bought it. I didn't allow myself to change my mind. See, in life you must make decisions that will help your future self. And if I buy the book within like 10 minutes, then when the book arrives, I'm gonna see it on my shelf and I'm gonna be like, I actually have to read this now, right? Like I just force myself to read it. Like I'm not gonna just waste money on it, so I'm gonna read it. And I knew that. So I didn't allow myself to wait another 10 minutes, wait another 30 minutes, because I would give myself a chance to change my mind about buying this book. I just forced myself to read it. Because when you buy a book, you're like, nah, now I actually have to read it. Because I've spent money on it. And I had to hop on a bike and ride to the shop to get it. Like, at least it was in my case. So I had so much friction in getting this book that now it wouldn't be, like, it would be so stupid to not read it. And me knowing that this book might change my whole life, change my whole trajectory and my whole charisma, because this book is about charisma, I bought this book immediately. Because I knew that I might think to myself in the future that I actually don't really want to read this book. But I have already bought this book. So I'm at least gonna read a few pages, which is already gonna do something for me. So I want you to just remember and to make the decisions in your life that will help your future self. That will pretty much force your future self to do something. Like imagine the opposite of that. You want to quit eating junk food. You're addicted to sugar. And yet you have a huge jar of cookies on your desk or in your cabinet. You have a huge jar of cookies. Is it helping your future self in not relapsing? Is it? Of course not. It is making everything much harder, like pretty much impossible. But you can reverse it. You can force yourself to do the good things by just lowering the friction. If you wanted to quit eating junk food, if you wanted to quit sugar, you would take this jar and just burn it. You would burn the cookies. I know it's wasting food, but this food shouldn't be consumed by anybody. Like, unless people in Africa or in any other places where people don't have food don't get the amount of calories that they need to. This shouldn't be consumed by anybody. So you should just take these cookies and throw them away and burn them. And if you don't have any junk food lying around, like how the fuck are you gonna relapse? It's gonna be so much harder to do. And the same with reading this book. If I bought this book within 10 minutes without thought, I didn't allow my excuses, I didn't allow my brain to come up with some reasons why I wouldn't want to buy it. Oh, because you can read a free PDF on Google. Oh, you can always do that. You don't have to spend any money. You have better things to do. You don't have to read this book. You already know a little bit from how to win friends and influence people. You already can be charismatic. You don't have to read this book. Like, you can hear my brain coming up with these excuses. And who knows if one of them wouldn't convince me to not read this book. And by buying it without a thought, because I knew that I'm not gonna allow these excuses to just change the things that I do. I'm not. I bought the book and I'm reading it and I'm telling you it was a good fucking decision. So for example, if you wanted to make video editing easier and pretty much irresistible, what would you do? You would have the editing software turned on. And just with one click of a button, like with one mouse click, you could already start working. If you wanted to work out at home with your dumbbells, you would take a dumbbell and you would put it like literally in the door frame. So when you go take a piss or go for some water, you would have to go over that dumbbell and you would like see it, and it would be a reminder that you have to work out. And how hard it would be to just come back and start lifting. Like it would be a lot easier comparing if the dumbbell was like somewhere hidden. This just makes everything frictionless. And that's how you make these things easier for your future self to do. You just reduce any friction. You're addicted to porn. And here you must add friction. When you want to get rid of addiction, you must add friction. Because like when you want to quit porn, it must be super hard to do it. The same with eating junk food. If you've thrown every junk food away, you would have to go to the store and buy it. It would be hard. It would add friction. But if you want to do some task, some behavior more often, and make it just easier for your future self to do it, you reduce friction. In my case, it would be just buying this book and not thinking. And reading this book would be with not as much friction, because now I don't have to be like, oh, should I read it or should I not? I have a few more PDFs of books that I could read. No, like I have a physical copy of it. It's gonna stare at me that I'm a little bitch if I didn't read it. Do you understand me? Do you understand my idea? Just make these things frictionless. Make them easier. If you want to just force yourself to do them. So if you remember about it, and if you implement this stuff, if you make these hard and important tasks more frictionless, and these addictions with more friction, if you implement this, I'm telling you, you're gonna be so fucking good at just doing the task at will. You have to read. It's easy, like you force yourself to read. You have to edit a video. Good. It's easy. You force yourself to edit. You have to record. How would you reduce friction when it comes to recording? Setting the camera might take a while, so just have everything in one place. Have this camera stand in one place, so that you can just take it and put it there and put the camera into it, and you're done, and you can record. Make everything like less. Make these things frictionless. And I'm telling you, this is not gonna be that hard. Because, of course, motivation and discipline is nice. But why don't you just don't rely on your free will and don't rely on your determination to do something? No. You can leave determination for something else. You can leave these things for other things. But why don't you just make it easier? And because if you make it easier, you're just gonna stick to it. It's not gonna be so hard to do it. It's like brushing your teeth when you were young. At the beginning, it would be like, you wouldn't want to do it. But as the time went on, it became a habit. It became just easy. And the same with this. Why don't you just make it as easy? And leave this discipline for other things. That's what I want you to remember. Implement stuff from this video and your life will change. Thanks for watching. Type in comments or questions. Subscribe and like the video if you found it helpful and if you want to help somebody who desperately needs this advice. Thanks for watching once again and see you guys next time.